Hi, I'm Katie, host of Focus and Flourish podcast. I used to grind nonstop until I figured out how to automate my systems that ended up helping me achieve a 4-day work week. Now I earn more and work less. Want to do the same? Grab my free 6-figure strategy guide, which is the exact blueprint I used to grow my own business to where I am today. Link in the show notes. Are you new here? Tap subscribe to support the show and never miss an episode. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Focus and Flourish, the podcast for photographers and creatives who are ready to ditch the overwhelm and build a photography business that's aligned, profitable, and actually gives you your life back. I'm your host, Katie Monroe, and today's episode is going to completely change the way that you think about your website and more specifically, your homepage. So here's the reality right here, right now with what's happening in our industry. Your website isn't just a digital portfolio. It is a full-on 24/7 sales machine. So let's dive into why your homepage should be doing way more than showing off your work and how you can transform it into a client converting place on your website. So before we dive into this, I track all of the analytics across all of our websites, and on some of them, 90% of our traffic never leaves the homepage, and they are clicking through to our contact form from there. So let that really sink in as we go, through this. So let's talk about why your website matters more than ever. So whether you're just getting started as a photographer or you've been in the game for over a decade, your website is often the very first impression people have of you, right? It's your digital handshake. It's your virtual storefront. It is absolutely the most powerful thing in your business to pay attention to and work on, right? So in an industry that really runs on trust and connection, your website has to do more than show your work. It really has to sell your work. And in addition to that, it needs to sell an experience, right? So people need to feel like it's more. So if you want your website to have someone land on that homepage and actually convert to a lead most of the time, let's talk about what you need to do. So this is often where I see most photographers get really stuck. Like they treat their website like a gallery or a digital photo album, or telling people why they love photography or why they love their creativity or whatever, and they miss out on the power of strategic marketing there. So here are the main things I want to discuss today to leave you with a place to go, okay? So if you want your website to actually convert, you need way more than beautiful images. So first and foremost, while websites used to be digital portfolios, things have shifted where long form sales page layouts are really what are working. Think of when you're, scrolling on your phone, when you're vegging out, you're exhausted. That is what you need to create, is something that continues to guide visitors through an experience, and it answers all their questions they didn't even know they had. There's little snippets of work. There's tons of valuable evergreen content. Oh my gosh. So a clear long form sales page style layout that walks people through why you're the right choice, not just what you offer as a photographer, but why you. Why should they choose you out of the thousands of photographers out there, right? So for shy people or people that aren't feeling confident in their writing, can be really hard, right? This is not a time to be shy or minimal. This is really a time to step into a confident voice and making sure they feel supported and guided through your brand. So long form sells when it's done right. And we are going to talk about how to build a long form homepage today. So you'll walk away with knowing what exactly you need to do. All right. So next up, consistent, easy to see call to action buttons. I refer to these in this podcast all the time as CTAs. So you need call to actions all over the place, not just at the bottom of your website. Make them obvious, make it clickable. Give people a next step to take. Tell people exactly what to do next. So every section they're scrolling down, view more work here, check out this blog post here, reach out here, let's connect, schedule a free call. All kinds of CTAs are going to increase the probability of that visitor staying on your site, investing time, learning about you, and clicking through and contacting you, okay? And lastly, SEO. I know this is not a topic many people love to get into, but search engine optimization is critical. What good is your website if nobody can find it? That is the truth. So your website needs to work for you in Google search just as much as it does when someone finds you on Instagram or social media and clicks through to your site that way. So let's get into the 12 essential parts that every high converting photography website needs, but let's narrow that down and talk about your homepage only. This is a wonderful place to start, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or stuck. Just start here. I'm going to go through the exact framework that I use on both of my photography websites and a very similar framework on our coaching website. So, first and foremost, a strong homepage header. Your headline should be short, clear, and focused on the client, not you. All right? This isn't about you. It's really about what they want and how you can solve their problems and provide them with a wonderful experience. And in addition to that, you want to make sure that you have a super strong SEO headline above the fold. Above the fold is when you're looking at a computer, everything that you see before you begin scrolling with your mouse or scrolling through the site. So above the fold, it needs to have a SEO headline that focuses on one geographical location and what you do. It's boring, it's basic, and it's how Google knows to rank your website, right? So for example, on our homepage, it's optimized for my wedding brand. It's optimized for Napa wedding photographer or Napa Valley wedding photographer. So boom, someone searching for Napa wedding photographer, our site shows up. For branding, we have it optimized as Bay Area brand photographer. Bay Area meaning the radius of San Francisco. So both of those sites are coming up on the first or second page of Google, and those SEO headlines are critical above the fold. So that is number one, your homepage header and your homepage SEO header, okay? So from there, you're going to want a short personal intro. One sentence about who you are and who you serve. Keep it simple, warm, and aligned with your brand tone. You want this to feel welcoming. So a short personal intro, not a long small text bio that nobody's going to read. I hate to say that, but you'll have a separate page for where you can write all of that, okay? On your homepage, you want to keep it short, sweet, and aligned with your brand. Then doing the deeper work of your mission is really great. If you can repeat your mission statement or tagline over and over, it creates brand recognition. So use this space to anchor your visitor into what makes you different, right? So speak to the transformation that you provide or the experience that you provide in your mission statement. I will be doing a podcast on how to do this as well, so stay tuned on that. All right, a portfolio preview, not your entire portfolio. So you want to curate like 8 to 12 standout images that show your range, style, and emotional impact that you can put in a small gallery that's just a quick preview linked to your full gallery. And you can do that multiple times on your homepage to give them little snippets of your work as they're getting to know you, your brand, and your offers. So easy navigation is critical here. We want this to be easy. We want things to be clear. If they can't find what they need in under 10 seconds, you've probably lost them. Okay, so keep it clear and simple and easy to read. Now we are scrolling down on this long form sales page layout, and you need your social proof. List where you've been featured. If you haven't been featured, list testimonials from real clients, maybe with a paired photo. Some infographics of 5 stars can be powerful. Social proof sells, okay? Testimonials, make them visible, right? So make sure, first of all, to gather them from everyone you've ever worked with, but make them visible. Have them all over your website in general, but then this is where we want to go. Social proof, boom, testimonials. Not just she was so great, she was so nice, but really reflecting what it was like to work with you and real transformation. So, okay, here we go. Strong CTAs is number 9. So your call to actions. Don't leave people guessing. Tell them where to go next. Book now, view portfolio, schedule a call. My recommendation is to have a CTA in each block of your homepage. So that would be anywhere from, 8 to 12 little CTA buttons. Okay, so we've got strong CTAs. And then optional, lead magnet or freebie. Now, if you don't have a lead magnet or freebie, the same thing would work here. It is a valuable blog post, something that will serve your target audience, like, 20 tips to prepare for your headshot session. Read that here. Or, 6 tips for an incredible Los Angeles engagement session. Read that here. Something that will provide value to your visitors. So either a lead magnet, a freebie, or a piece of content that's super valuable and nurtures that potential lead. Okay, and then you're going to we're getting towards the end of this long form sales page now. Now we are going to do a block with your headshot, a little blurb about you, and then a link to go to your about page. All right, so your about page is one of the most visited, pages, but don't share your about at the top of your homepage. Convince them you're the right fit first, where they actually want to click through and read more about your story, read more about who you are, right? So your about page is going to build more connection, build more trust, and not just list all of the work you've done. Sharing little tidbits about your personal life is also brand building. So this is 11 of the 12-part framework, and 12, you're adding in a block at the bottom that is super easy to navigate to your contact page again. So you have already had tons of CTAs moving through this long form scrolling situation, which is your new homepage. And at the bottom, they can just reach out to you, right? So there will be an embedded form that's the same as the other one that goes to your CRM, or it's just another button that says contact me now, let's just chat. And it can be a short form one. You can do this however you want, but ending there with a contact page and all of your social media links right below it, game changer. You will find a shift in how many leads you get. I can almost assure you. So remember, with your social media, keep your brand experience consistent across all platforms. Keep them consistent with what's on your website. Keep the overall visuals and tone and vibe consistent. Consistency is what you need to build trust, and ultimately people need to feel like they know, like, and trust you to actually buy and invest in your services. So make it really easy to follow you, make it easy to engage with you. So that is the 12-part framework for a high converting homepage. And you can grab that free guide in the show notes. So I have it all laid out for you guys as well. So that's in the show notes. Lastly, I want to talk about the mindset shift here. So again, this is not just a portfolio. I know that can be so hard. For those of you who have worked countless hours building your portfolio, I totally get it, right? And this is just another layer of having strategy and a marketing strategy in your business. So I want you to walk away feeling excited and empowered that this is no longer just about your incredible work. It's about building an experience that leads people to say, wow, this is the photographer I need to hire. This is the creative I need to hire. And every image, every headline, every button should work together to do one thing. One thing, it's to take action and get in touch with you. That's it. You're not sharing this work just to show people beautiful images. You're sharing it to grow your business and grow your brand. So no matter how talented you are, if people don't know what you do and what you bring to the table or how to hire you or what to do next, they're going to click away and they're going to book someone else. So I know that's not what you want. So definitely download the 12-part framework to a high converting homepage in the show notes. And if you're ready for a, actual audit of your website or an audit of your homepage, that is another thing that you can find in the show notes. I do live audits for photographers all the time where I build out videos for you to follow with immediate steps you can take to gain more visibility and get things going. So feel free to check that out as well. And so that's a wrap on this particular topic and this episode of Focus and Flourish. If this did help you rethink your site as a marketing machine and a, salesperson, do me a quick favor. Hit subscribe, leave a review, or better yet, share this with another photographer you love who needs to hear it, right? So don't forget to grab your free guide in the show notes, your 12-part framework. And just remember that following that is all you need to do, step by step, a little bit at a time. So I will see you all in 2 weeks. I am so happy you're here, and thank you for supporting our podcast. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Do you know a photographer who would love this podcast? If this episode reminded you of someone, please share it with them. Sometimes all it takes is the right information and support to make a huge difference. Let's spread the word and help more people find their joy in their photography business.